shining off your face. I see you, and I see me. Bell Studio Records is very proud to announce Rhys Prosser's brand new compilation album 2017 to 2021. This brand new album features songs from all of Rhys's EPs and classics like Go On and newer songs like Toxic Relations. Tons of remakes and remasters of all your favourite songs like 130, Introvert. This album also includes a brand new song, Pretending You Hear Perspective 1, and a re-recording of Pretending You'll Hear Perspective 2. You can now stream Snow for Sand on all major streaming services, including Spotify and iTunes. The album is out on Christmas Eve, and you can pre-order it now at the link in description. We can't wait for you to hear it, and stream Snow for Sand now, and Merry Christmas. Hello and welcome to the 1 year anniversary of Hope Hold On and Hang In There, the movie event of the year. This movie's been out for 1 year. Can you believe that, Eloise?
No, Steve, I cannot.
Well, we are your hosts. My name is Steve. You may know me from Steve from Rhys Post. And this is Eloise Prosser. She worked on the film, so it's a cool thing to have her in the video. Now, first thing we're going to get into, we're going to hear from the cast and crew that worked on the film. And here we go. Let's check it out.
What is your name and what you did on the film? My name is Tom, otherwise known as Smoshy, otherwise known as Michael, otherwise known as a lot of other names. What didn't I do? I let him use my computer and edit. And I also, said a lot of swear words. And that was it, really. That's basically all I did, honestly. You know, I also was in the background for a lot of the videos, just when I was trying to film the music video, and I was being just generally a pisshead, really annoying. So yeah, that was fun. That's basically all I did. Also, Rhys's computer, like I said, is dog shit, so he used mine instead to edit. So you're welcome. What was the best part about working on the film? I think the best part about working on the film was when it ended. You know, we could finally put down all the tools and I didn't have to work for Rhys anymore. You know, that was probably my most heartfelt moment. I was like, God, finally I can go home. So I think that was probably it. What scene stands out to you from the film? I think the scene that stands out the most was definitely the scene where, you know, they're sitting down on the couch and they're looking directly into the camera. You know, it's just very awkward. So it stands out for all the wrong reasons, as you can imagine. Rhys claims it was purposely awkward, and I think is full of shit, but no. Yeah, anyway, that's what I think stands out. What did you think when you first saw the film? When I first saw the film, there was a lot of things going through my mind. First impressions was, God damn, where can I get a car like that? Mitsubishi Lancer, I think it's pretty cool. If you call it Lancer, it's probably because you're from America or you're a dickhead like Rhys. I also thought, who's that sexy man playing the drums in the background? He's, I'd tap that, honestly. But aside from that, I thought it was all very well produced, very well managed, very well directed, and above all, that drummer on the drum kit in the one party scene. He was probably the best part of the film. But that's all I've got to say for the interview. And thank you for watching. And buy the Lost music video now on all major platforms. Thomas, Smoshy, Michael, Russell.
Hi, my name's Eloise and I directed and filmed on the short movie. My best part on working on the film was getting to go out and direct and go to these different locations that I've never been before. What scene stands out to you from the film? Would definitely be when we went to the Swanview Tunnel and Rhys played his guitar on top of the tunnel. That was probably my favourite scene to film. What did I think when I first saw the film? When I first saw the film, I was like, oh my god, whoever filmed and edited this did a really great job. But the film part was the best. Yeah. I was amazed by the movie, and I would definitely go watch it more than once.
Hey guys, my name's Julius. I worked with Rhys on this film for a few months, but I was always behind the camera, so the drone photography you see throughout the film, that was me, and also just a decent chunk of the actual video recording as well. Gotta say, my favorite part from working on the film was the weird looks that we would get from people when I was walking backwards in front of Rhys for like 3 or 4 minutes, just walking backwards, recording him singing. So yeah, we got a lot of funny looks from people, just wondering what the hell we were doing. My favorite part of the film was probably the bit where Rhys jumps off the rock onto the beach and either hurts or pretends to hurt his leg and then walks out into the ocean, because I know that he's absolutely terrified of the open water. So good on him for facing his fears. My first reaction when I saw the film was wow, I guess. Seeing someone that I know, a close friend, set out and actually finish a short film of that length. It's definitely a big task, and I was super proud of Rhys for actually completing it. The whole thing made sense. There was a story, there was a sense of progression the whole way through, and yeah, it was all cohesive in the end, and I just really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much to all the cast and crew for featuring on the film and all their hard work that they've done over the years in support as well. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look back a year ago to when the film was premiered to Rhys Prosser's family and friends. Again, not me, I'm Steve. To his family and friends and their reaction that they gave. So let's check that out.
Yourself, Rhys Prosser, how was that? Pretty good?
Sick.
Yeah, I know it was sick. Okay, so I've been interviewing the entire band, and you're the very last one. You're the person who put this all together. What do you have to say for yourself?
Thank you to my band for playing. Thank you for everyone for coming.
Yep.
And I can't wait for the next gig.
Great, sick,
Yeah.
amazing.
Cheers.
Cool, have a good time. But Thomas Michael Russell, otherwise known as Smoshy, man, I'm such a good mate.
Michael, what are you doing there?
I'm filling out a form.
Hey?
I'm getting a free CD.
Oh, hell yeah!
Yeah.
Woo!
Put it in the kid. Free CD.
He just gets really excited about free CDs, you know? He usually steals them, but when he gets them for free, it's like, hell yeah! Riley, did you have a good time?
Yeah,
What did you think?
good.
Just good?
Yeah,
Yeah?
really good.
Really good? What was your favourite song?
The one that your mum likes.
Okay, which one?
I don't know.
Sick. So I don't think it's pretty shit.
No.
No. Remember that video you did when you said it was pretty shit?
Yeah,
Yeah?
but now it's got gooder.
Oh, thanks, mate. Michael, what did you think of the show?
Absolutely brilliant.
Thank you. What was your favourite song? Oh, yeah? Yeah, Nana, what did you think of the song? I mean, the whole thing.
It's really good.
Thank you. Beep! What did the album win? Hell yeah, Riley! Thank you. Wait!
It's in the Avengers.
Oh my god! That's the end of it.
Is this Rhys Prosser? Yo, is this Rhys Prosser?
You gotta do that.
Wow, what a wonderful night. I still remember that.
Well, that's good, Eloise, because I do not. I may have celebrated a little bit too hard that night. Working at Rhys Post is a very hard job, so it's nice to just chill out every now and again. Without any further ado, everyone, we are going to now get into this 1 year anniversary screening of Hope On and Hang In There with a very special commentary by Rhys Prosser himself, the creator of the film. Is going to talk us through the camera shots, how things were made. It's going to be brilliant. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. We give you Hope on Hang in There 1 year anniversary. Hello everyone, and welcome to the director's commentary of Hope Hold On and Hang In There. Today we're here to celebrate the 1 year anniversary. My name is Rhys Prosser, and this is my film. Today we're just going to be watching the movie with all of you at home, and I'm just going to be going through some camera angles, editing styles, and all that sort of thing, but all at the same time just enjoying the movie. This is the third time, since it obviously came out. We did do a trial run of this yesterday, this commentary, but it did not turn out so well. But I may release that in the future. But yeah, so thank you all for watching, and let's get right into it. So hit play in 3, 2, 1, go. Right, so it opens with the warning there, in case you have epilepsy. That's just something I wanted to do in case someone did have epilepsy. I don't want them to have an epileptic fit, you know. Health and safety. So this is my grandma. She plays this character in this film, obviously. And that sound you're hearing, that fizz, is actually a can of like Sprite or something being poured into a glass. And that EP she's got there is actually Hope On and Hang In There, the EP before the soundtrack came out. So that's what the sort of thing's kind of based on, I guess. But yeah, I always wanted this bit to flicker in and out. So that's pretty cool. And my grandpa's ashes were actually in the back of that shot there. So he's kind of in it, I guess. But yeah. Not the best editing here. If I could go back and do this again, I probably would fix that, to be honest. But yeah, I remember trying to get this little bit here as it fades up. That was really hard, and took ages to try and get imperfect timing. And then this is my cousin Rhys Prosser wearing the first ever Rhys Prosser merch that was ever created. And you saw Steve from Rhys Post before wearing that one. If everyone out there hears a crunch through the microphone, I apologize. We're just having some technical difficulties, but it's not something that we can fix. So I'm very sorry about that. It's my non prop here. This was the first shot I think we did for the film as well. When I started filming it on my phone, and then we went back and redid it. And this is my mum and dad. This is the only shot I can convince my mum to do. And I think they liked it. They look very awkward, but yeah. This is a shot that could use some color grading along with the rest of the film. But yeah. That's my dad and my sister there, Eloise Prosser and Michael Prosser. And this is just, yeah. I wanted this music video to kind of be one of the only ones in the film that was like literally what's in the song is what's happening in real life. And that is my actual dog Coco. In my old Hyundai Getz, or the Topmobile as my friend Rain calls it. Yeah, this is such a cute shot. That shot was really hard to film, the black screen there. Obviously it comes back in with Riley gradually enjoying the music a little bit more as it goes on. You got all my equipment in the background, and you can see in the bottom left hand corner is my cat, and then the bottom right left hand top corner you can see me showing Riley how to move his head. So that's pretty funny as well. I never realized that until yesterday. So this is my auntie. In the song it does say that it's a man, but I just thought it would be a cool contrast to not be the same thing as the song, even though the rest of the music video is, to kind of catch you out, I guess. But yeah, everyone in this film was so good at like letting me film. You can see on the left hand side that whiteboard there, it says TSL, and there's some writing on the top there as well. I think it's just lyrics, I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But TSL obviously stands for There's Still Love. This shot was really fun to film. Luckily no one came down. We kind of live in a or where this was filmed was in a quiet area, which was good. And with that shot there, after it cuts out right there, the Coco spews all over the floor, so we had to cut that bit out a bit earlier than I wanted. But anyway, this is Thomas Russell playing the guitar, doing an absolute great job. Weather really looked nice for that day. That sounds sarcastic, but it wasn't. It looked really nice. And you can see Riley gets more and more excited about the song. We used to, my pop used to take us for walks through this sort of park area there. That's why I wanted to film there. When we filmed this section on top of the tunnel, a lady actually came up to us and wanted to take a photo and a video of me playing guitar up on there, which I'm not gonna lie was very weird. Well, not weird, but it was kind of awkward. And I just did it because why not? But yeah. And if you look closely, this shot, the music is not with the guitar at all, but it kind of works in just a way that it looks good. A lot of the songs on this I kind of wrote as I was filming the movie, which was very bad of me. But it actually worked out to be that I didn't really know the words to the songs. As you'll see in a few songs coming up, I don't really sing along to it as perfect as I would like, but yeah. For a film with very little budget, I'm so proud of it. Riley gets super excited now. He's just having a great time. He's flicking the drumsticks up. He nailed that. I think that was the first shot we did actually, and he did a freaking great job. Wearing the David Bowie shirt, obviously someone I admire as a musician. Bit of a tribute to him. You see a few different musicians on my shirts in this film. David Bowie, the Pink Floyd shirt is obviously a common theme through it as well.
That was bloody good, man.
That is everyone's favourite line from the movie, and yeah, he nailed that, so well done, Riley. This is in the old Gets. There was heaps of people around when we were trying to film this, so it was very awkward, beeping the horn, and people just yo, what is happening? I beeped it.
They told me that by the time I'd reached the point of no return, it was too late.
So this is the first commentary.
There was no going back.
Well, not commentary, but yeah, commentary of the film, I guess.
Cement. The place where they would only take me away if I felt I needed to go somewhere else. But at that point, the only place I was going was my own head.
So that's what I think a lot of people kind of missed about this movie, is that it's about you being the character thinks that they've been taken somewhere, they're trapped, but by the end of the movie he finds out that it was just him, and that's what life is, that you kind of trap yourself in these false hopes and false sense of security and that sort of thing, which is something I really want to include in the film. And yeah, that's what I think a lot of people kind of miss, is the actual what happens in the film. You see the Coles truck in the background there. You also see that same truck in a drone shot later on. Obviously it's not the same one because they'll film at different times, but that's just something I noticed then, which is really cool. This is probably the longest part where my hair was this long in this movie as well. I didn't get it cut for the entire time, and I think this took us about 6 months to film because I wanted to have the hair similar the whole time. But that was, not easy. Very annoying. We also filmed this section twice because we originally filmed it on my phone, which is how I was going to film the whole thing, but then when I decided I wanted to kind of do it properly and film it in 4K and edit it properly and make it look really good, I went out and bought a DJI Osmo Action, which is what this is filmed on. I shot it in 4K, I think 60 FPS, I'm pretty sure. I'll just check on that right now, but I'm pretty sure it's 4K 60 frames a second. See, there's where you can say I don't really know the words properly. I didn't really give myself a lot of time to practice, to be honest. I just went in head first and filmed it, which is something I think is cool. I don't really know what I was looking for here. That was just kind of something that I was just we'll have a look. This is one of, I think, 2 videos that was shot all in one take. Like no edits between the whole video, which is something I've always admired people doing. Especially the film 1917, I believe that's filmed in 2 shots, which is absolutely incredible. If you haven't seen that movie, go and watch it. Do yourself a favour. This is the premise of this section is kind of me like walking. I've woken up on the side of the road, like what is happening, and then I'm trying to walk away, and then now I'm kind of like, oh my god, that's right, I'm been taken, and I kind of start freaking out, trying to look for things and trying to get out, and now I'm running away. Actually running away from myself, but obviously you can't do that. You just have to face your problems. Yeah. We use the rock steady feature on the camera as well. That's what gives you this nice, like, even though we are kind of moving quite quickly, that non-shaky footage, which I've forgotten to use on the Toxic Relations music video, and that's why you can kind of tell it's shaky, but I wanted it that way because it kind of stresses the brain out watching it, which is what you want to feel when that's what the character's feeling. It's very hard to sing and run at the same time. So that's why this is like that. But this section was filmed by Thomas Russell, so well done to him. And also Rhys Prosser filmed the first version of this as well that we didn't end up using because it was on my phone. But yeah, we spent like 3 hours out in this bush area filming it, and it was great fun. That was one of the things I liked about this movie, is just getting to know more and more of the cast and crew that have obviously been there for me since then, as part of the crew of Rhys Prosser Productions and Bell Studio Records, which is cool. That's my fall scene. Very intentional fall. And this is that's Thomas pulling me away with his Kmart watch that he really likes, but it's actually supposed to be me.
I was once told that while the brain was underwater, if you were to think long enough, the water would seep through and you would drown. They told me to clear my mind. They told me to concentrate. They told me to die.
So we get into, I think, the third song. Yes, the third song from the film. I Don't Want to Die, But I Don't Want to Cry. It's kind of about, I don't know, I guess this isn't something I was experiencing at this point, but like, maybe if someone was feeling suicidal, then like, and they really don't want to do it last resort, but they also don't want to feel like that is an option anyway. So yeah, it's kind of a deep song. And all this song is an E chord, I think, moved up 2 frets, and that's it. It's pretty simple. And as the film clip goes on, you'll see on the left-hand side and the right-hand side, more primarily the right-hand side, smoke coming up as well. Now that is actually a smoke machine doing that. It's not edited after in post. It's actually real smoke. I'm not actually tied to the gate there, but I pretended to make it look good. They might not know. Song's kind of about just people letting you down, no matter how much you kind of put effort into the relationship. And that was something I kind of struggled with when I made the film, and I think you kind of see that in this, and also the Goodbye for Now at the end as well. That song is just kind of the second verse is exactly about that. We filmed this in my backyard with Magettes in the background. That car shows up a lot in the film. But yes, is my lovely sister doing her dancing. This is completely freestyled, not choreographed at all. She was choreographing it as she was doing it, and I think she's so talented about doing that. I think we probably could have used a little bit of extra lighting there, whereas in here it looks really nice with I think we use a flashlight. But yeah.
Started realizing
So that line's about like when I was growing up, I guess. I'm still doing it, but you always think there'll be like, oh, there'll be so much more people in your life, and people tell you, don't worry, there's heaps more people, but then you find out over time that people just let you down, and that's what the song's about. It's very dark, but yeah, it's something that I've experienced in the past, and that's what I wanted to write about. This song was actually quite a late addition to the soundtrack too, and the film. I think it was like we needed something to tie it in, and that's why I used this. This is also the first ever song I used falsetto vocals in. If you're using headphones to watch this, then you'll hear in your left and right hand side, you can hear the falsetto, very quiet volume, but yeah, it's there. And I think my mum was filming this scene, and I was like using the fog machine, or maybe I was filming it, she was using the fog machine, I can't really remember. But thanks to Rhys Prosser for helping out with that one. This video is very simple, which is something that a thread that runs through this film, or a theme rather, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want it to be overcomplicated. Also, we didn't really have the means and money to do that, so that's why we kind of kept it as homemade, as DIY as we kind of could. But yeah, you can see a little bug flying around in this section here, and on the camera now, so that was great. I never noticed that before, but yeah. And I'm obviously trying to escape. You can see more and more of the fog coming through. I'm still trying to escape because this is one of the places that I'm stuck in. And I'm trying to escape and get out of it, you know. You can see the gets in the background there. For those of you who haven't put this together already, I'm stuck in that gate, and Eloise is obviously, or her character is out there. That's a really cool shot. We tried to go for moving camera angles on this rather than just the still shots to try and get it more realistic, I guess. And I think we added that slow motion in after the fact, which maybe wasn't such a good idea, but yeah. That's the kind of shot that, you know, we left it for a few seconds just so everyone knew, like, oh shit, that's what's happening. That she was out there the whole time, you know. And they meet. We filmed this section like 3 times because Eloise kept laughing, and she does it in this, and it makes me so mad every time I see it. But no, good job, Eloise Prosser. You did a great job. This is my gets. We pause the sound actually to hear the engine start up. So get ready. V8 engine. The lights coming. Yeah. That car does not sound like that anymore. Well, I don't know what it sounds like. It's not, I sold it, but when you started it, it went tick 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 tick. It had a very bad lifter sound. You can hear that sound in the background. That's actually, I think, 130 mixed with a few other songs, which is pretty cool. 130 is going to be on the album. It's coming out on Christmas Eve, 2017 to 2021. It's a remake. It's not a remake, remaster. Sorry, sounds great. So yeah, I'm actually in this scene. This is like my subconscious, in the back, and then I am in the driver's seat. So again, I'm captured myself. And yeah, that's me opening the boot as well. Well, my character, I'm not actually doing it. Very bad acne there, or pimples rather. And yeah, so the music stops just in time to hear the boot close, which is quite impactful.
They've moved me around a lot, different places, the most beautiful places, the most frightening places. They kept telling me that this isn't a prison. That I'm the one that's keeping me here. That I can leave anytime I want. But it's been 7 years and I'm still stuck in the same fucking place. Obviously something you can notice, or probably not a lot of people noticed, but at the beginning of the film, these little narrations that were actually put in the album late after the film had already been written, to add just like a little bit of like, for people that were like, oh, what is going on, I have no idea, to kind of narrate it for them on the album. Because if you listen to the album, it's just a collection of songs, whereas listening to this is it makes kind of sense, especially if someone's sitting here explaining it like I am right now. And if you'd rather watch the movie without this commentary, then you can head to the link in description to see the original video as well, which is in stunning 4K. This is not. This is in 1080p. This is one of my favourite scenes that we shot. This is in Westfield Carousel in Perth, WA. It was so fun. It was pretty quiet. We went there at like 9 o'clock in the morning, I think, and we filmed that. This is actually at the South Fremantle Power Station. This is probably also one of my favourite shots. We shot on the day. We went and shot this scene, this whole music video, and what else did we film? We filmed the Goodbye For Now video as well, all in one day, which was pretty cool. Shout out to Julius Hinchcliffe. He was a huge help. Well, not help, he literally filmed this, and he did a great job. You can see all the writing on the side of the South Fremantle Power Station as well, which people have graffitied over the years. That scene we were just filming is a wall of beautiful art. If you haven't been there, you should come check it out. It's pretty nice. And outside the power station is like a huge ocean, which is pretty nice and fit the video perfectly. You unfortunately can't go in either. We did try, trust me, we did try. But yeah, no. Would have loved to be able to, but no, I think it came out alright. And the song is called, what is the song called? When I See the Sun Again, yeah. And the version of this on the EP is completely different. It's just like me and a guitar, so this is very different. It's kind of like and the character's like, oh, I'm trying to break out, and that's why the song kind of gets angry. Whereas from the start we kind of heard like happy songs, then we're a bit sad, and now we're just angry and fucking want to get out, you know? Also, the weather when we shot this, it was very wet and rainy. So we'd take the drone up in the sky, and then it would just like get a little bit wet. Obviously, the camera, the DJI Osmo, can get like wet. It's waterproof, but you know you don't want to take a drone up into the rain. Probably not a good idea. But luckily, there was no one else here when we filmed this, and we were able to get some really nice shots. Walking through the bush here. All these shots are taken on DJI Osmo Action or a DJI drone. I'm not exactly sure what brand he has, but it's a cool scream. Julius had to run beside me to film this shoot, so well done to him. Did a great job. This movie would not have been possible without his help, by the way, so yeah, thank you to him. That shot there was just like a filler because I ran out of footage. Bit of B-roll. Kind of struggling to walk there. That's because the character's kind of like, he's exhausted, you know, years and years of trying to escape already. But now he's kind of getting out. It's taking a toll on his body. It's another cool drone shot. The drone shot at the last shot, actually you can see my name on the top of the building. I did not put that there. It was just like an awesome coincidence that it happened to be there. I think we went to a perfect destination. There wasn't a better one that we could have gone to than this. But yeah, you'll be able to see in just a second. Such a cool shot there. Yeah, so you can see it in about the middle there. Yeah, it says Rhys. Yeah, I really like the drone shots in that. They really stand out to me. But yeah, this is also shot on a drone too, which not a lot of people would probably know. I feel like I'm being punished. Like I'm being tortured for answers that I don't have. The answer to a question I just don't know. How am I supposed to know the answer when I don't know the question or who exactly that it is that's asking for the answer?
So you can kind of hear my voice getting a bit clearer during the shots. That's because I'm kind of breaking out of the containment a bit more and more. This was my favourite to make, I would say. It was so fun. It was me, Thomas Russell, Kane Prosser, my cousin, and Eloise Prosser, my sister. I think I came up with the idea for this on the Wednesday, and then we went out to the reject shop or something and bought like $20 worth of just shit that we could throw at me. And then we just brought it home. I brought like 2 huge painting tarps, which is what's on the floor. And I just told them, put the fog on me first, and then when the song kicks off, then just throw shit at me until the end, and I'll try and sing through it. Heard some feedback about this, that the camera should have been closer, but if we did do that, then you would have like missed out half the shot, trust me. So I'm pretty happy with the camera angle on this. It was sat on a tripod facing down, I believe, and yes, this would have been on my shitty tripod because we only just got a pretty good one recently. But yeah, so the crescendo of the video is about to go off, and you can see a little bit of silly string hit the floor, and then everything. And I was not expecting this, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it'd be some like cinematic fucking break thing, but it was not. You can really see the 4K coming out in this. You see my gross mop of a haircut. But yeah, trying to sing over this is very hard while you're having silly string, water, glitter balloons, and just confetti and shit thrown at your face. It was very hard to clean up as well, this bit. But yeah, it was very funny as well. Like, I felt like I was drowning towards the end, but the most of it I was like, oh, this is sick, you know? And then it just cuts to, I can't remember what this road's called. I think it's called Old Midland Road, in Perth, WA. But yeah, we filmed here, stood on the side of the road. I think we filmed this twice just to make sure we got that shot right. And then we slowly walk back in. Again, you can see that rock steady filter on to make sure it's got that smooth and nice shot. Moves around to see that car when the drums come in, which is cool considering we didn't film this to the music, I don't think. Oh, we might have, I can't quite remember, but yeah. And that car just happened to be there. It was perfect. And then I just start running. And I took out that section there so that you couldn't see the license plate on my car. But yeah, this is where I was kind of drowning. I couldn't sing. But yeah, we actually, that big chunk of sand there, we got my guts bogged in, and we couldn't move it. So that was awesome. But we did eventually, obviously. But yeah, sand all under the car. But yeah, that was my favorite, probably one of my favorite songs to film. Pretending you hear the film version is very different to the original version.
I feel like I'm being suffocated. Like my head's being held underwater. I keep feeling this pain in the back of my head, but it feels like the imprint of my own thoughts. I can feel something in the midst of my future, but I can't tell if it's something good or if it's something that could kill me.
So we're seeing the more and more the film goes on, that voice is quite clear now. The only thing that's different is like the kind of the over Australian accent that I kept in to kind of like make it, you know, I'm almost escaping, but there's still you know, something holding on to me. This shot we shot at Trig Beach. I don't think the Rocksteady setting we used for some reason, and that's why it's a bit shaky, but it kind of works itself out in a little bit. This is another song that the words were really hard to learn, and I did not give myself enough time. But yeah, this is the single cover as well, the album cover rather, sorry. But yeah. That is right there, a screenshot of that bit there is what I used as the album cover. And the water kind of like comes up and down throughout the video, but it never gets up to where we're standing until right at the end, which is cool. And I think that's kind of a worked out perfectly as a meaning to like the water is the people that the last of me trying to escape, and it's like trying to pull me back in, I guess, which is not something I did intentionally, but it kind of just worked out, I guess. So obviously you can't control the water. This is probably the first time I did like a public recording with around other people could see me, and I was very scared. I'm very nervous to do that, especially considering we had the Bluetooth speaker really loud because it was super windy. But yeah, it was so fun, and I was so happy after we did it. It's also important to note that I am terrified of the ocean, so yeah, that was not fun for me going into the ocean. But yeah, see, it kind of comes up now, covers my shoes, and then it goes back away, and it comes back up the more I go get into the end of the song and to the crescendo. I think this might be one of the only songs I've done that has like 3 verses too. I'm very obsessed with making music that's like very quiet at the beginning and just chill, and then it just, you know, goes wild towards the end. And that jump I nearly broke my knee doing, as you can see there. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of like, that was my final leap, trying to get out. And then I'm like, you know, trying to tell myself that I've escaped, and my old self is like, nah, come here, dickhead. You come back with us. And see, the water goes back in the ocean again. It's amazing how it worked out. Looks super good. Which that section there, going fucking mad, is like a tribute to the first, obviously, line from, or one of the first lines from the album too, and the EP too. I'm going out into the ocean as if to say like I've escaped, but you know, you'll always be a part of me, my old self, but I'm a better person and a newer person now. It's kind of a thought to anxiety as well, which is something I've struggled with all my life. Is that, you know, as soon as I learned that you'll never get rid of anxiety, it's not like a cold. You just learn to live with it, and that's what that shot is that I'll never get away from the ocean, or which is representing me, myself, and then I learn to deal with it, and then I can enter it myself.
Well, not physically. You see, once you finally realise what life really is, you wake up one morning and you see the only person that traps you is yourself. And see, in that voice clipping there is completely just me, you know, it's no like crazy accent or like yeah, you know. But yeah, the drone shots in this turned out super nice. Again, done by Julius Hinchcliffe. This is called Goodbye for Now, and it was meant to be the last song on the album, and I was going to go on a hiatus until my album came out. It was supposed to be this year, but then obviously I lost everything on my computer, and now I have to re-record the whole thing again, which I think made me rethink things, and that could be why one of the big reasons I put all my music on Spotify now, is because it's something I've always wanted to do, and it was only myself holding myself back. This is that Pink Floyd shirt again, and the black jacket. You know, it's kind of saying like the black jacket maybe represents my anxiety and OCD, again, that I've suffered with, and I'm like, you know, I'm happy to wear it. That's me. It's probably I don't really know how to play piano that well, and this is, I think, a beautiful song, to be honest. I know it's my own, but I'm super proud of it.
Another awesome drone shot. You can see Julius in the left hand corner down there, but it's that far away, it doesn't really matter. It just looks great. A kangaroo. Julius was literally like, oh shit, there's a kangaroo there, and because he's just a fucking wizard, he quickly got it on. This was me performing Bella when I was younger in high school. This is such an emotional scene for me. Me getting my first guitar. I think that's something this film did, even if for no one else. It just fucking, like, it's insane that I did this, you know. It's a 40-minute film that I did with an amazing few people around me. It took us 6 months to do. It's sitting on right now 585 views. That is freaking insane to me. I still remember sitting at the premiere, and my friend Thomas, who worked on the film, obviously I said before, just looked at me and he said, "Don't cry." And I was like, dude, this is fucking insane. Like, all the people that were at that premiere were all cheering for something that I made. And that, you know, I don't care about if I make money from this shit. That's what it, you know, that's what I do it for other people and myself. It's a cool vocal run I did that I really liked, and that's why I included it. But yeah, this scene, we just wanted to get out my Star Wars book and write in it as if this is representing I've escaped and now I can write from a clear place, and I'm writing the album. That's what that's meant to be. That's just a black screen to introduce the credits, and yeah, the text screen comes up on the screen there, and all I was writing on that book there was just pretending you're here. Oh wait, no, sorry. Was just like lyrics from the song Goodbye For Now, and like Luke and Leia from Star Wars and shit. But yeah, the drone shot fades up really nicely for the credits here. And yeah, I'm not going to go through the credits because there's not really much to commentate. But yeah, I just really wanted the text to come up on the screen. And as the drone was kind of floating up, and as you can see in a second, it'll stop, and the drone just sits up there for like 3 minutes, and it looked incredible. So yeah, thank you so much to everyone that worked on the film. Again, thank you so much to Julius Hinchcliffe, Thomas Russell, Eloise Prosser, and yeah, you guys are just champions. There's so many people else that I want to thank, but you can go and check out the credits on the film for that as well. So thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Wow, that was quite special.
Yes, Eloise, it was. That is one of my favourite movies of all time. It really just gets me deep inside. The cinematography, the acting, everything. And I may just have a bit of a sweet spot for Rhys. He is a little bit of a handsome devil, wouldn't you agree? I hope you don't, because you're his sister and that'd be fucked. But anyway, that does bring our event to an end. Thank you so much for watching. But
we are going to hear from a special guest.
Rhys himself, here to deliver a special message before we close off the event. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Steve.
My name's Eloise.
And enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you, Steve and Eloise, for that massive introduction. Thank you so much to everyone that's watched today's live event. It means the absolute world to me, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you again to everyone that worked on the film. I cannot honestly believe it's been a year. It's mental to me. A few people I want to shout out especially is Julius Hinchcliffe. He worked on the film so much and has worked with my music ever since, and is just supportive every time. How he doesn't get sick of me, I have no idea. Another person I want to thank is Thomas Russell. Thank you so much to you, man. Again, I wouldn't be able to do the film without you. You let me edit at your house, and I wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for you, of course, because it's your house. So a final person, thank you so much to Eloise Prosser. You're my sister, but you're like my friend as well, because you're a bloody champion. So thank you so much for all your work on the film and helping me film all the music videos and shit I've done ever since then. So thank you so much. I just want to take a second to reflect and think about what's happened since the movie came out. So obviously it's exactly a year old today, and something I've always wanted to do since I started music in 2016 to 2017 is put all my music on Spotify. And that is something this year, since the movie came out, I've done. As one of my huge goals that I've always wanted to do. And I did it this year with Lust, which I released earlier in the year. Following that a few weeks ago, Toxic Relations. And now with Snow for Sand, which came out yesterday. And all the songs that I've been releasing on Bandcamp and stuff, a few people have, well, it's the little amount of fans I have, I've always wanted those sort of songs on Spotify, and I've wanted them on Spotify as well. So that's what we're kind of doing with the new album called 2017 to 2021, which is going to be out on Christmas Eve. And I'm super excited for all of you to hear it. It's going to have like different remakes and remasters. So for those of you who've been following me for a while, will remember Bella, which was my first ever single that I released to friends and family. That's been remade completely. It sounds really nice, and I'm super excited for that to come out as well on the album. There's different songs like Pretend You Hear Perspective 1, which is like a pretty different perspective from the original version, which has also been remade, and it sounds really good. But yeah, Perspective 1 has got my uncle on it, which is something I've always wanted to do. He's a huge inspiration to me and one of the main reasons why I started music, so that's something that means the fucking world to me. And that song, Perspective 1, is going to come out next Friday as well, as like a second single from the album. And then the whole album will be coming out on Christmas Eve. You can pre-order it now at the link in bio. And so if you're watching this on Instagram, which no one is because it's not on Instagram, you can check it out, the link in the comments description. And yeah, I think that's it. Other than there's going to be actually I might keep that a secret. That'll be a surprise. But also, if you do remember the original Bella version, that is going to be on the end of year freebies EP that Rain, my friend, does. That'll be a link in the description as well. I think that comes out a few days around Christmas or on Christmas. I can't exactly remember. But that's going to a great charity and a great organisation. So make sure you go and support that as well. But yeah, thank you so much for everyone that's watched. I know this has been probably a long event. And if you're still sticking around, then you mean the absolute world to me. And thank you so much. And I will I'll see you on Christmas Eve for the new song. Thank you.